Life is about inches. The fine details. Is it gonna work or is it not gonna work? Today is the culmination of the Zsa Zsa Gabor acquisition. And what I need is 40 inches because that's how wide it is. Question, do I have 40 inches? Right here, this point right here, it's 40 inches. And I don't think that's gonna do it. I just don't think that's gonna do it. It should do it. But I don't wanna risk it. I just wanna get this done. So, my good friend is lending me his Honda CR. What is this car? A Honda what? Scott, what is this car? What is your car? A Honda what?
Element.
Honda Element. Honda Element. I got the keys. And instead of taking the U on TV mobile, I'm taking the Honda Element to go pick up the Zsa Zsa Gabor. The Zsa Zsa Gabor. New York Stock Exchange painting. This car has 244,000 miles on it. A couple of things about having to take the Honda with 244,000 miles on it instead of the U on TV mobile with 10,000 miles on it. First of all, I love driving the U on TV mobile. It's just such an awesome car. It's my third or fourth, I think it's my third or fourth, I think it's my third Audi A5. I love the Audi A5. It is such a genius car. It is so genius for so many reasons. Like I was telling you about how I love the Starwood brand the other day when I went to that Keith Urban concert. I love the Audi A5. It is so genius. It delivers so much value and performance in such an intelligently packaged price. It's just astounding. I wish I was in LA more and drove it more because I love it. But I also want to be in New York because that's where all the big TV is, and I want to be consistently appearing on big TV. That's the goal. That's the commitment. The Audi A5, no matter how hard you push it, there's always more room. And it has total style and comfort. I just love that car. Love it. And it would have been fun to drive that car to Bel Air, to the mansion, to pick up the painting. Driving this car is not fun. Driving this car is not fun. But that's business. Sometimes you got to do stuff that's just not fun. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And that's what this is all about. I needed a vehicle that was capable of handling the Zsa Zsa Gabor New York Stock Exchange painting. And unfortunately, the Yuan TV mobile was like, it looked like it was just an inch short of being able to handle it. And when it's an inch short, it's just not gonna work. You gotta have stuff that's going to work. You can want it to work, but that doesn't mean it's gonna work. You can hope it's gonna work, but that doesn't mean it's gonna work. You need something that's going to work, that you can rely on. And even though this isn't as much fun to drive, it doesn't have the style, it doesn't have the comfort, it doesn't have the stereo with the presets the way I want them, it's gonna do the job, and that's what I need to do. Driving through Beverly Hills now, and this was the part of the trip that I was gonna enjoy the most. If you've never driven down Sunset Boulevard in Beverly Hills, it's just so nice. It's a big, wide street with a grassy median and trees all along the sides. You can't really get the appreciation for how nice it is. I gotta stop here. I normally would have blown through this light, but I just don't want to get any tickets. Imagine that. Oh. Yeah, man. Look at that. It's so nice. I'm on Alpine and Sunset right now, and I'm gonna be going by Roxbury and Sunset. And that is a street, that corner, Roxbury and Sunset, changed my life. Changed my whole life. When I was in college, my college roommate was a kid named Evan Kopelson. And when we were in college, his dad produced a little movie that you might have seen called Porky's. His dad was like probably my age or younger when he produced freaking Porky's. Then they sent me a screenplay to read. I got paid $50 to read a screenplay and give my opinion. It was called Totally Gross. And it was a screenplay about, it was just like a disgusting movie. Everything in the movie was disgusting, and I'll never forget, at one point in the movie, they're driving down Dead Dog Highway. And when you drive down Dead Dog Highway, from everywhere, dead dogs are thrown at your car. I will never forget Dead Dog Highway. And there was one other scene in there that I'll never forget. And it was about this kid, and he had like really terrible acne, and he had I'll never forget this image. He had 2 rulers, and he was squeezing 2 rulers on one of his pimples to try to pop it. That was the movie Totally Gross that Ev's dad was gonna produce. Then Ev's dad produced another little movie that you might have seen. It was called Platoon. Then he produced another little movie you might have seen. It was called The Fugitive. Then he produced another little movie you might have seen called Falling Down. There I am, driving by the house right now. I've spent many years in that house. Many nights in that house. They were renovating the house. After I graduated from college, they're renovating the house. And I had Ev's like, hey, no one's using the garage, why don't you use it as a painting studio? And I had a painting studio there. I moved out to LA and I was living just right up the street on Wilshire. Like 10 minutes away from here in an apartment. And Ev gives me the garage of the Roxbury house to use as my painting studio, and I'm there painting all summer, and there's a pool, and oh man. But I'll never forget the first time I went to that house, the first time I ever went to California. I think I was 19, and I wake up in Ev's bedroom, probably slept on the couch. I mean, huge couches, huge comfortable couches. You have no idea what a luxury lifestyle is until you've spent a night in a Beverly Hills mansion. There's so much opulence and luxury in Beverly Hills, you cannot imagine. You can't. I wake up in the morning and I go out, and there is Ev's dad, Arnold, skimming paint off the pool. He's like, they had the pool deck repainted, you know, around the coping of the pool repainted, and there were little flecks of paint on the water, and he was skimming them off. And he goes, hey, good morning. I said, good morning. I said, wow, this is beautiful. He goes, you ever been to California before? I said, no, this is my first time. He said, welcome to paradise. I'll tell you what. I bought the dream right there, my friends. I bought the dream right there. I spent 13 years of my life pursuing that dream. Put me behind the wheel of a taxi. I'm here, Bel Air Road. Holy cow. Bel Air Road. Driving through the gates right now. There it is. Now I'm going to 1001. Zsa Zsa lived way up on the hill, my friends. Way up on the hill. Lived and died. Everybody dies. Everybody's got to die sometime. I think that's a line. I think that's a line from Platoon. Everybody's got to die sometime. Fuck. What a great movie that was. Steve Jobs died. Zsa Zsa Gabor died. I'm gonna die one day, and so are you. And the question is, what is the mark you're gonna make on this world before you die, while you've got the time? You've got the time. What's the mark? Look at this freaking street. Beautiful. Won't be long now. 729, 761. We're closing in on the Zsa Zsa Gabor New York Stock Exchange painting. Bel Air Road, 900. Jesus, it's such money up here. Look at these walls. Just like retaining walls. Are those the nicest retaining walls you've ever seen? This is real. money. Shit, look at that house. Whoa. $901. $901. Next one is $1001. That's me. Whoa. $935. $965. $975. Look at this shit. $979. Still continuing, more 900s. It's gotta be it. 1001. Here we go, into Zsa Zsa Gabor's mansion. I'm here at Zsa Zsa Gabor's mansion right now. Oh, these are the lions. These lions sold for like $1,500. I could have had these. Wow. They had the auction here. Yeah.
Hi there.
Hey, I'm Clint Arthur.
Oh, you're here to pick up your painting?
Yes, I am.
You're talking to Rick.
Yep.
Hi, Rick.
Rick, how you doing?
Nice to meet you.
You too, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no.
Paintings in there with the invoice and the COA. I just need one signed copy.
All right.
Check out here.
Wow.
Is it gonna fit in your truck?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That frame's pretty nice.
It is pretty nice.
Where was this originally hanging, do you know?
In her bedroom.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Could I see where it originally hung?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Wants to see where it was on. We'll walk back real quick.
Thank you very much.
Were you able to make it out for the preview, or were you in?
No. No. Wow. Wow.
And actually, the picture in the catalog and online is we shot it in place, so
Cool. Did any stuff not sell?
100% sell through.
Everything sold.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. This was her original bed?
Yep.
How much did that go for? Not that much, right?
No, there was two beds. There was the one upstairs, and then there was this one here. Give me a second, I can check.
Zsa Zsa Gabor's actual bed. Jesus. There's that mirror. No, that's not the mirror. There was another mirror.
Big one.
Yeah.
The gilded one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that already left actually.
Oh, this was a cool little painting. She must have loved this guy to have his picture right there.
Yeah.
Was that her husband when she died?
Prince? I don't think it is. Let's see. No, that's Jack Forain. Prince actually, he's in the other room.
Wow. This was like, that's what was next to her bed?
Yep.
Jesus.
She had two side tables, and you know she had her lamps and everything here. But
How about this little lamp?
no, this is something new. This just we just put this in here in the last few days.
That's not real.
Yeah. No.
Cool.
So the bed sold for $3,000 with BP.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
You guys did a hell of a job, and I really appreciated your help in making this happen.
Yeah, no, it was an absolute pleasure. I'm really glad we got it for that price. It was, you know.
I almost had it for 3,000.
You almost had it, but the person, like, I guess.
Hey, need a signature?
Yeah.
Right. You have another copy. Hey, Joe.
Person what?
The person who,
Thanks so much for handling a lot of these.
Who was going against me.
he was only looking up to 6,500. And I found that out after, and I'm like, okay, well, I think we can do a cut with it. And we did it. But
Thank God we did, man.
sign that.
Yeah, so I just sent one
Sure.
now about the wiring something.
There you go. Can I just go out here and take a quick look? Wow. Holy shit. That was a cool thing.
Yeah, no.
That was a really cool thing.
This is your copy.
Thank
The
you.
COA's behind the
Yep.
invoice.
Wow, that's really beautiful. It didn't photograph as beautiful. You didn't really get the impression of what that was. Wow, these were beautiful.
The great print, yeah.
Yeah. That one went for a lot.
Yeah, it was a smaller one too, and that one itself.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, this is crazy. That's her and her husband when she died, right? Yeah. Wow. Nice living room. So big. I was interested in these horses too. Those were interesting. Yeah. Wow, what about, oh my God. I don't even remember seeing that. That's cool. One lifetime is not enough. Zsa Zsa Gabor. Wow. What a stately and impressive living room.
Right?
Right? Jesus. And then it goes out to here. Oh man. Beautiful use of these mirrors. Really, really smart. Wow. Nice pool. Wow. Outdoor carpeting, that's so great. Huh. So, are they selling the house?
The house already sold.
Oh yeah?
Sold for $10 million. Forgot who it was that bought it, but I think they're gonna tear it down and just start fresh.
They're gonna tear down Zsa Zsa's house and start fresh. Yeah, of course they are.
I mean, I think they bought it mainly for the view.
Yeah, it's land value. Nobody wants an old house. They want their own house.
When you have something that has like history behind it, but something like Zsa Zsa Gabor, you think would keep it.
You would think so, right? Freaking people, man. No respect. What are you gonna do? Nothing. Wow. I mean, even the doors. Unbelievably beautiful. Did all those bottles of champagne go with the lot?
Yeah, it's all one lot.
Yeah. That's so smart. Beautiful.
Hey, guys. Which truck?
Honda?
Truck outside.
Yeah. Mine.
All right.
Ready to go.
What did you buy?
I bought a painting. All right. Here it goes. I'm going to stop recording because I got to carry a painting.
I mean, when I came up 35 years ago, it was already in the house. So she bought it from 980 Bel Air Road, where she lived. So it was Herbert Hattner's. Herbert Hattner's, he was a big businessman on the stock exchange, and he bought it up. So
Cool.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And you got it very cheap. Everything goes so cheap.
The
Yeah.
energy?
No, everything goes so cheap.
I know.
You got a good bargain. You really got a
I'm
good
I'm
bargain.
so happy about it. It's
Yeah.
going in our living room in New York City.
Yeah, oh yeah, well, it fits to New York City, right?
Yeah, it'll go above the couch in New York City.
Right.
And you know, ultimately, it's going to end up on Wall Street somewhere in some executive's
Yeah,
office.
yeah,
don't
yeah,
you think?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It was in the office, and my wife loved it. You know, it was right behind her on the desk. You know, and she loved it. It was hanging in the money room where we made the money.
Exactly. Exactly. It's going in our helpful people corner.
All right,
Yeah.
great.
Well,
Great.
well, thank you very much.
Well, good luck with it, and once you have it in your office, you're going to play the stock market, big time. I get 10%.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Wow. Thank you, Rick.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I'm glad I brought my friend's car. This never would have fit in my Audi.
Yeah, probably not.
It was close. It was close, but it would not have done it. It,
It's the young kids, they try to do it
Yeah.
also, and then something happens.
ugh, I hate those videos.
Yeah, yeah,
they,
yeah.
I don't even watch them. I won't watch them.
You fall over. What an idiot! You know, it really is.
How much would you pay for them?
For those two coats,
Yeah.
$1,000 for the two.
Each.
Yeah.
This costs 5,000. This is from
Yeah.
What's her name? I think Harrods. You know, she paid lots of money for it. You know.
Yeah,
I mean, 1,000 a piece is good. You can't buy them anymore.
yeah.
You can't buy them anymore. They're from Harrods in London. She got them there, and this is why I didn't put them in the auction. There are lots of things. You see the dresses up there?
Yeah.
They're also most beautiful dresses. And then I locked up some dresses. You know, they're locked up. Those are the dresses she used to go to the Golden Globes and the Oscars and things. They're in another room.
Yep.
I can't sell them, you know, because she called Oscar de la Renta and she said, that's what I want. And he had a dress, but she said, I want it this way. And they fixed it for her and redesigned it and things like that. Cost a fortune, you know, those things. So I have two girls using them for the film festival in Cannes.
Nice.
You know, that's worth it, you know. If somebody gives me $10,000 for it, I said, no, I can't do it. But walking the red carpet in Cannes, it's worth $1 million.
How did you meet her?
I met her on a party. We met on a party, you know. It was in 83. 83, I met her on a party sitting in Sheraton on Sunset Boulevard. Yeah, I met her there, and then she spoke German, and that was it, you know. And she had next couple of days later, I went up into the house, and I never left the house, you know.
Never left the house.
Never left the house. You know.
I don't blame you.
She wanted me there. I lived upstairs till we got married, and then I moved downstairs. You know. But upstairs is beautiful, you know, the terrace, you know, it was nice, you know,
Yeah.
now it's not so nice anymore, but it was beautiful. I mean, being in Bel Air, I have the view, you know, Los Angeles, Santa Monica, the beaches, you know, it couldn't get better, you know. And the good neighbors, Quincy Jones next door, Kirk Kerkorian down here, you know, I had all the best neighbors here.
How old were you when you met her?
40.
Oh,
Yeah. 35 years. I'm here 35 years. So after 35 years, you know, selling the stuff, I don't want to stay in the house. It's too big, being alone here. It is cold. I mean, the mountain is quiet. I'm in the fast lane, so I want to see people, you know, mingle with people.
Yeah.
It's bad here. I'm all alone here. So that's why I'm doing it, you know. And she wanted me to do it. She wanted me to do it while she was still alive. She wanted me to sell everything. I said, no, I'll leave it, you know. And now it's almost 1.5 years, and that's why I decided to sell it. And get stuff in good hands. Like you said, your painting is going to go in the office to New York, which is wonderful, you know.
it's going to be very helpful for us.
Yeah.
It's the perfect colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful. That's great. Yeah, yeah. She loved New York. We went to New York. I mean, when she was married to Conrad Hilton, she lived in Waldorf Astoria, the penthouse. That was her place. That's where
Wow.
where they got married, and she stood there for years, and then she came to Los Angeles. But she was,
The Waldorf Astoria was a client of mine. I have a gourmet food company.
Yeah.
And I was providing the table butter for the Waldorf Astoria for years.
yeah.
Recently, until they closed it to renovate it into condos, right?
Yeah, well, no. Well, also, I used to go to the Plaza. Now it's different too.
Nothing is the same.
I always had the Central Park suite overlooking Central Park. It was wonderful. I used to go ice skating. My wife watched me on the mirror from the window, ice skating down there. all done. It's all done. That was a good time. That was a good time. And our mother had a jewelry shop on 6th Avenue.
You had a jewelry shop?
Zsa Gabor, her mother.
Her mother.
6th Avenue, Manhattan. Yeah. Was all good. New York was good, and we had a beautiful condominium on 32nd Street, right on the river, at the 25th floor. Yeah, could be better.
Yeah.
I love New York. Yeah, it's beautiful everywhere.
What was your favorite thing about Zsa Zsa Gabor?
Ich muss raus, ne?
Yeah.
Okay,
Dankeschön.
thank you.
The way she dressed, her glamour, the red carpet, that was just wonderful. The way she presented her,
Did she turn it on? Or was she always on?
She was always on. She was so Hollywood. Nobody was Hollywood like she was. She was so Hollywood. With the red carpet. When every big star, when they needed 10 minutes to walk the red carpet, she needed a half an hour. Because they never stopped taking pictures. Her dresses, her hairdo, her jewelry, everything. They just she was, when she came, she was a queen. She was really. It was amazing, and I never stopped her. I always said, "Go do whatever you like." She did it right, It was.
You were married to her for 35 years?
32 years.
32
but
years?
We've been together 3 years before we got married.
What do you think was the secret of her star power? What was it about her that made her break through the noise the way she did?
Well, the way she presented herself, the way she talked. She had a big mouth, She opened her mouth, she talked, and there was not such a thing. If you say that again, I'm going to sue you. No, Zsa Zsa Gabor, she could say anything, She wasn't like Milton Berle, You just go and say it, And people loved everything she said. They loved it, And they invited her to all the shows, and they wanted her in front of the cameras, just to talk, just let loose, talk about the husbands and talk about everything. And this made her big, There was always a big story. Started with Conrad Hilton, I mean, Conrad Hilton, then with the hotels in New York, and she started in New York. She had big stories to tell, and she told it, and people loved it. So come on, tell it again, and then, and a little more, and a little more. So that was her breakthrough.
Telling stories.
Telling stories,
Yeah.
People loved to hear that, and then having a beautiful, when people went into a show with a suit, with a Chanel suit, something like that, she had a beautiful evening gown, and people loved it, just loved it. The way she walked into a show, it was like walking into the Oscars. And if it was a little show, a little morning show, it doesn't matter. She walked in like it was the Oscars,
Costume.
Big time.
Big costume.
Yeah, big time. And they loved that. She was unique there. What the Kardashians do today, she did that years ago. Showing off with her dresses and her body and her hairdo. Kardashians do the same thing today. Yeah, it was then Zsa Zsa, Eva, and Magda, the three of them, and Jolie. 4 of them, they did it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were the original Kardashians.
The original Kardashians.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The Gabor
Merv Griffin
sisters.
once in the show said, the Gabors, where did they came from? Well, nobody knows, but all of a sudden they popped up. Yeah.
Just exactly like them.
Yeah. All of a sudden they popped up and they've been there, and we had to deal with them. And that's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Would she tell the same stories over and over?
No, there was always something new. She had so much to tell. She had so much to tell. I mean, when she came from Hungary, she came out of a very wealthy family. Her father was a general in the KK monarchy. Hungary, Franz Joseph was the king of Hungary and the emperor of Austria. So she came out of a rich family. They had jewelry jobs in Budapest and Lake Balaton. And then they came over, and she had so many stories. They took everything away because her father was Jewish, and they hunted them. So she, in order to come over, she had to marry a Turkish diplomat to get a diplomatic passport. You know, that's the way she got out and got a family out. You know, so the Turkish diplomats. You know, so that, it was a tough way, and they got really in trouble in Europe, and then when she came to America and she married Hilton, that was just a marriage on paper, you know, to get herself into the country and get a family in, because Conrad Hilton at that time had money and he could pay for everything, for the boat to bring everything over, the family over, and finance Jolly a shop in New York, you know, so he could sell his jewelry. So yeah, it was all arranged, you know, somehow. Yeah.
Wow.
There was always a story to everything, you know. And she told it to me, well, being married, you know, 32 years and listening to her every day, there's always a story. She always came up with a new story and told me something about her husbands. I didn't even want to know it, but she still told it to me, you know.
Did she ever tell you the secret to being successful on TV or on screen?
No.
No?
I didn't even ask, because I was already in television. I did many television shows in Europe. I did about, over 1,000 in Europe before I came to America, you know. So I knew how it works, you know, so I never asked her, I never talked about it, you know, so yeah. That's how it is.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we have, on the weekend we have sale on the weekend, and next weekend, if you want something, just come up. Yeah?
Thank you.
You have the card. I'll give you a card. You have okay. Let me give you a card. Let me see if I have one. Oh, let's talk about a card. There you go.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you, Prince.
Okay.
Bye
See
now.
ya.
Prince Frederic. PrinceFrederic.com. Wow. That guy knows how to play the game. That guy knows how to play the game. That guy met Zsa Zsa Gabor at a party, came up here, and never left. What a player. Jesus. That guy really knows how to play. There he is. Fuck. What it must be like to have spent 35 years here. And now Zsa Zsa Gabor is gone, and he's selling the house. It's sold, and they're gonna tear it down. Fuck. And now Zsa Zsa Gabor's painting is going to New York, and it's in the car. There it is. I don't want to give away his phone number, but look at that shit. What a card. You ever see a card like that before? Jesus. Adios, Zsa Zsa Gabor Mansion. Wow. I'm blown away and in shock right now. I can't believe that I got to have that conversation and gain those insights. Story. Look at this entrance. And costume. Story and costume. This crazy building. The Gabor sisters, the original Kardashians. They were the Kardashians decades ago. They came out of nowhere, and then boom. I'll tell you what else is very interesting about them is family. When you have multiple sisters, all beautiful, mega. Met her at a party at the Sheraton. Went home with her and never left. I'm just blown away by this whole thing. All right, the next part is shipping this bad boy. Unbelievable. Next part is shipping this bad boy. And hopefully this FedEx office is going to be able to do it. Hopefully. I called one FedEx office and they're like, we're too busy. It's going to take several days to be able to ship that out. They're like, you know, I don't want to be sending you to some other company, but maybe you'd be better off not doing it with FedEx. I'm like, I'll tell you what, the sales prevention department was in full force and operation at FedEx in Hollywood today. So I'm going to this other FedEx and see if I can get it taken care of. Pack Plus. How you doing? Thank you. I have a large piece of artwork. It's 40 by 59. Can you pack it for me and ship it?
We can pack it for you. Might not be able to ship it. It might be too big.
Okay.
You said it was 40 by 50. How thick is it?
It's 40 by 59.
What kind of value are we
$10,000. Value $10,000.
This one right here? You using this one? What is it?
Wow, those boxes over there look like they'd be probably the right one. Holding the stuff. You know what I mean?
40 by 59.
Yep. That's the dimensions of it.
Those are already flagging with those two dimensions. I can pack it for you, but I cannot ship it. It would be considered freight.
Freight.
So yeah, oversized. So we can't ship freight
You got
inside.
cash in there?
So essentially we could pack it, you have to take it to the FedEx facility or schedule a freight pickup at your location, like your address, your home address, or whatever.
Could I use this as my location?
I think so, but you would have to be present. So they give you like, they're like, oh, we'll be here from here to here. You essentially have to wait around until they come in so you can sign some paperwork.
They come here today?
No, I think you'd have to, so we could pack it for you. Then you schedule the delivery once it's ready. To
My problem is if you pack it, then I can't get it back in my car.
Right, exactly. Yeah, once we pack it, we can hold it for you, as long as we get all your information. And then we can call you, let you know it's ready. Then you can arrange the freight pickup on your own. And then you just have to ask them if you have to be present, and then all that good stuff.
Is it possible to get the freight pickup today?
You would have to call customer service and try to arrange that. Most
Okay.
likely not, because realistically, I probably won't get that packed today. Because it
Really?
has to be custom. We have to build a custom box for it.
Uh-huh. I mean, I see cardboard that looks pretty good.
Yeah. Well, that cardboard, but we just have to build the box. We just have to
That
store
box
it.
is not big enough? That fragile
40
do
by
not-
59 now.
Yeah. And those boxes right there holding materials are not big enough? Those look like they might be big enough.
It's a 40 by 60 sheets. And since it's valued at 10,000, we need to put at least a good few inches of bubble wrap or cushioning around it. So that's going to be too small once we get all that material packed up. And I actually couldn't use one of those because they're not something that we built, and we wouldn't be able to confidently say it's going to stay together.
Okay, so how much will it cost for you guys
build
to build it and put it together?
It's going to be a guesstimate.
Okay.
You are looking at probably actually, you might be able to splice two of my big boxes together.
Yeah. Maybe splice two big boxes together. Yeah, that sounds good. Do you have boxes that are like 48?
Are you recording
That
this?
actually might work.
No.
You're not?
No.
Because it looks like you're that's why.
Yeah, it's okay.
We're just wondering if you're recording.
It's okay.
I looked.
Okay.
So you have something that's
I
48?
might be able to splice
Yep.
it together, yeah.
Okay.
So
That's 58?
that is 57 inches.
So you're going to use that one?
We're going to be using that kind of a box and then essentially stacking two together to take up the room.
Okay.
So
All right, good. So can that happen today?
most likely not.
No?
The package. We have several of other.
All right, it's too big to go on regular FedEx, so it has to go FedEx Freight. And it is. It's going FedEx Freight. Oof. Scary just leaving shit like that, but it'll be okay. I didn't tell him that it was from the estate of Zsa Zsa Gabor. But what a crazy project. It's a little scary leaving it like that, but it'll be okay. I didn't tell him it was from the estate of Zsa Zsa Gabor. Now the car is empty. Ah, God. Next stop for that painting is New York City. Too big to ship it by regular FedEx. Has to go FedEx freight. All right. FedEx freight it is. I think I'm gonna go to In-N-Out Burger and get an In-N-Out Burger. Because I can. Because I'm here in California where they have In-N-Out. Wow. What an adventure. The adventure of Zsa Zsa Gabor's New York Stock Exchange. I think that's gonna wrap it up for this installment of the adventure. The next piece will be in New York City. And I'll see you then. Until next time, thank you so much for tuning in to Entrepreneur's Adventure. And I'll see you in New York.